Hi everyone, Fox 19 now, First Alert Meteorologist Anna DuVall here with your forecast update. We're going to be talking a good bit about some snow today. This is what it's looking like out there right now. We're a couple minutes late, running on holiday time still here at Fox 19. Here's what it's looking like out there on the Newport Cam. Obviously, the sun has already set across the tri-state here. Maybe we'll see a few snowflakes across the area, especially as they're moving in here from the west. This is what it's looking like right now off of our tower camera, 34 degrees. That east-southeast wind making it feel more like 25 degrees outside, so definitely a really cold day that we had today, feeling really chilly as we go into tonight as well. Here's what it's looking like on our almanac data. Today, our high temperature was 34 degrees, our low was 21. And again, that normal for us is 48 and 31, so we're clearly well below that. We weren't anywhere near either one of those records. That's pretty much been the case here over the last several days. We're going to be talking, again, a lot about snow. If you guys have any questions, obviously leave them here in the comments. I'm watching some of those. Hey Seth, I hope everyone's having a great Saturday. It's Saturday, football. I will be doing better as long as Alabama wins the Iron Bowl. Snowing in Iowa. I know it's snowing in South Dakota too. You saw a few of those football games there with lots of snow coming down on top of them, including that Ohio State-Michigan game going on. No snow in Covington yet. It's a little bit still to the west there. We'll talk about that here. So let's go ahead and get into that snow forecast. I know that's what everyone wants to see. Winter weather advisories, again, for our more northern counties there. They're going to see a little bit more accumulation there. And I'll read off exactly what this means for everyone. This is going to stay in effect until 9 a.m. on Sunday. Again, snowfall totals could be around 1 inch with winds gusting up to 30 miles an hour. Again, that's for these places highlighted in purple here. That doesn't mean you won't see some closer to an inch a little bit further south, at least north of the Ohio River there. Definitely some gusty conditions out there. Obviously, the snow is going to make it pretty slippery. Roads, bridges, overpasses are going to become pretty slick. So again, those are those counties that are included in that winter weather advisory. If we zoom out a little bit here, I wanted to show you guys this. This might take just a second to load here. If we take a wider view, you can see where those winter storm warnings are. That's everyone in the pink. We're in that winter weather advisory, and that's in that purple color there. But a lot of people are going to be seeing some sort of snowfall moving forward. So let's talk about where that snow is right now. We'll go ahead, zoom in. Snow is starting to make its way in. There's a lot of dry air near the surface, so if you're in some of these more western counties here, a lot of this could be sublimating before it hits the ground because it's entering a lot of dry air. But definitely a few flakes making it through. Some snow showers are definitely possible from here going forward into the evening. That's just going to be the case. You can see some of those showers, some rain down to the more southern counties there. A little bit too warm to be seeing some snow, but again, snow showers going to start making their way through the area throughout the evening. We can show you guys those first alert headlines here for us. Snow showers right now, especially over to the west. You guys saw that there on the radar. From 8 p.m. to midnight, that kind of picks up. It becomes kind of widespread across the tri-state. Especially north of the Ohio River. We'll show you where those totals, where the lines fall. It's going to be a pretty sharp line between where we see heavier snowfall and nothing at all. Travel is going to become more difficult moving into the evening if you have any evening plans. From midnight to 8 a.m., that snow will transition into rain there as we start to warm up a little bit. Our high temperature tonight is going to be around midnight, and so it's going to warm up, and that's when we'll start to see that snow transition into rain, and then temperatures will start to fall again. So that comes to an end of the snow as we move into the evening hours and into early tomorrow morning as well. Yes, we can zoom into the snow. I see some of those comments there. We'll go back and zoom in, show you guys more precise locations again. Some of this might be sublimating before it hits the ground if it's entering some dry layers, but you can definitely see snow starting to make its way almost into the Cincinnati metro there. And as we move a little bit further south again, you're kind of on the cusp of that wintry mix rain. It might even be melting as it hits your windshield there, as it's hitting the ground. But really it hasn't made it to that Cincinnati metro line, Hamilton County there, so we're still watching out for that to pass through. But you can see how much snowfall is around us though. As we move over to the Indianapolis radar, you can just see how much snow we're expected to see, and so it's going to last several hours. If you're not seeing snow now, you're going to be seeing snow in a little bit. So just be on the lookout for that. Again, you can see just how much snow is heading this way. And again, if you're further to the south, that's going to be more of a wintry mix down to our more southern counties, even melting when it hits your windshield. It might even just be rain coming down. It's going to be a little bit of a mix. Some of that is also sublimating, but you can see how heavy some of this some of this snow is as it's starting to move in. We kind of have a light snow, some flurries moving in, but we definitely have heavier snow over to the west that could definitely make its way into the tri-state here as that's starting to push in. So let's go ahead, move forward. We'll get to our future cast here in just a second. We're going to talk about tonight, tomorrow, and then we're going to get into what it's going to look like for Tuesday too, because that's also a first alert weather day. I see the comment about what happened to Steve. He retired. We do have a wonderful new chief, Stephanie Roberts, that has joined us. Yeah, I kind of feel the same, Laura, about the snow, Alabama girl. So I got in today from being at home from Thanksgiving, so definitely a complete switch around from the Alabama weather we are having to what we're seeing here. Again, today is that first alert weather day. We're going to have snow turning into rain tonight. You can see that temperature above freezing. This is our high temperature for the night. I know it says tonight, but it's our high temperature for tomorrow is what this is depicting, because that high is going to happen as it moves into the evening hours. So a really cool night ahead, but we're going to have a cooler day tomorrow. So 4 p.m. is usually when we hit that high temperature, so at 4 p.m. we're going to be 32 degrees. That snow/rain is going to leave early, and then it's just going to be a cloudy, gloomy, chilly day outside for the rest of your Sunday. We also have, again, that first alert weather day for us on deck. Another round of snow showers for Tuesday is expected. We'll get through all of that. Here are those current conditions out there. I know a few of you aren't saying you're not seeing any snow yet. If you're on the really western counties, you might be starting to see some of that snowfall reach your area. They are going through a little bit of a dry layer, so that might be sublimating before it hits the ground, but we are seeing some snow making its way to the ground right now. If you're seeing snow, definitely leave a comment. We'll look a little closer into that area. Cincinnati is 36 right now. You can see cloudy skies for all of our counties. 35 in Hamilton, Batesville at 32, Wilmington 31, Flemingsburg 36, 34 in Covington, We're also getting a pretty decent breeze outside with this. So here's those wind speeds coming out of the east for us. 10 miles an hour there in Batesville, 12 at CVG, Georgetown 14. Now these are sustained, so you're kind of constantly feeling these windy conditions out there, but our gusts, you can see upwards of 20 miles per hour for the time being. And again, those of you that are in that winter weather advisory up to our more northern counties, you could definitely be seeing those gusts up to 30 miles an hour out there. But I wanted to show you guys the future wind speeds here as we move into Saturday. Again, this is right now. If we move a little bit forward here, again, Sunday 5 a.m., 36 miles an hour in Batesville, 32 in Wilmington, 33 Hillsborough, so definitely breezy going into tomorrow morning. And as we push forward, you saw kind of the 30s take over there. This is at 6 a.m., 30 miles per hour, kind of taking over the tri-state as we move forward here. So not only is it going to be cold, it's going to be very windy as well, which is going to make it feel even colder outside. So that's just something to look out for. You definitely need those layers. As we move into Monday, though, obviously some of those wind gusts will be gone. We'll be out of those winter weather advisories there. I want to show you guys this meteogram here. Maybe this guy will show you a little bit of a better picture of it here. This is for Cincinnati. Again, 11 p.m. tonight, 21 mile per hour wind gust. You can see that reaches 30 as we reach into 3, 5, 7 a.m. We'll continue to have breezy conditions going into tomorrow afternoon and evening. So again, going to feel very cold out there moving forward. Want to show you guys this. We're a little bit warmer than we were yesterday, shockingly enough. But still seeing some of that snow out there. Some of these snow showers could limit your visibility going forward. So I wanted to go through your visibility with you here. Again, a lot of that visibility, you can see it here. If we zoomed out a little bit, you'd be able to see a little bit better. But they do have that visibility issues over near Indianapolis, where they're seeing some of those heavier snow showers that haven't reached our area yet but are on the way to us. So we can move forward here and show you guys maybe some visibility issues going into the evening hours. You can see about 5 miles visibility there. And again, tomorrow morning, very low visibility moving forward. Again, some snow showers could be affecting some of this. You'll get half a mile there tomorrow morning. So just something to look out for if you're heading off to do anything tomorrow morning. Definitely could be having some sort of visibility issues. Let's go ahead and get right into the gist of it. I know a lot of you guys want to just see what the snow is going to do. So let's talk about that. This model here, this is called the HRRR. I want to show you guys this model especially. This is right now 6 p.m. It's 6 p.m. right now. The entire tri-state is not covered in rain right now. So this is something that we need to, take notice of a little bit, showing that this model is not showing what is currently going on outside. So it's probably not going to be right moving forward here, but it does show, those heavier amounts of snow being up to our more northern counties as we move into 10 p.m. You can see that wintry mix south of the Ohio River there, and that rain again down to our south as well. So that's going to be at 10 p.m. and then as we move a little bit forward here, you can see that all kind of turns to rain right around when I told you guys that high temperature was going to hit around midnight there. And then it starts to turn into some heavier pockets of rain as that snow and wintry mix starts to push off to our north. And then we're just kind of left with some rain going into tomorrow early morning. And then we'll just be left with clouds by Sunday, which is good news for us. We'll be pretty much clear of all snow until we reach about Tuesday. So that's what we're looking for moving forward on that model. If we go to a different model here, this will show you a little bit of a better representation of what might actually be happening. Again, Saturday, 6 p.m. Our radar is showing snow maybe a little bit closer to the Cincinnati metro, but this is more similar to what we're expecting to see moving forward. And again, this has snow completely covering the tri-state there around 8 p.m. Maybe a few of those eastern counties there having a little, not really seeing some of that snowfall, but overall, most people seeing some sort of snowfall by 8 p.m. Again, widespread snow showers. And you can see down to our south that wintry mix, some rain as well might be mixed in there. A lot of that will probably be melting as it hits maybe your windshield if you're traveling. So as we move forward here, by 11, midnight starts to clear up a little bit. You can see this is a completely different picture than that other model was showing us, where that rain immediately started to take over the tri-state and we were completely covered in rain for the evening. This is just showing a little bit of a scattered showers moving forward, and a lot of that snow and rain being out of the area again by Sunday morning. Yes. I can increase my volume. Maybe that helped a little bit. So as we push forward here again, mostly cloudy going into the rest of your Monday. And then we have another batch of snow on the way here as we move into Monday late evening going into Tuesday. Tuesday's another first alert weather day for us. This is going to be a heavier version of what we're seeing this time. So this is like a kind of a pre-round to what we'll be seeing on Tuesday. And you can just see that start to make its way in here. This is midnight Tuesday, already seeing some snow showers develop there. And this will kind of continue to take over the tri-state throughout the day on Tuesday. Again, this is just 3 a.m. and we're already seeing a lot of that kind of take over there very early in the morning. That's just one model's depiction. I'm going to show you guys another in just a second. I just want to recap here on those winter weather advisories across our more northern counties there. You can see in that purple color, that's where we're seeing winter weather advisories. Those winter storm warnings are more up to our north and west. Everywhere in that pink color is seeing those winter storm warnings. And again, a lot of the north is seeing these winter weather advisories, those winter storm warnings. So if you're making any travel plans, heading home from somewhere, from Indianapolis, you're definitely going to be running into some slick roadways moving forward here, because as we move into the next couple of hours, definitely going to be seeing some snow showers out there. Here's what we're looking like for snowfall totals. Again, much higher totals up to the north and west. You saw where those winter storm warnings were, so we just want to make sure you guys know that if you're in Indianapolis, if you're north near Toledo, you could be seeing those heavier and much higher snowfall totals than we're seeing here. But our more northern counties, everyone that was highlighted in that winter weather advisory there, 1 to 2 inches is definitely possible. In this lighter blue shade here, we're expecting about anywhere from 1/2 inch to 1 inch of snow down to the south of the Ohio River there. Little to no accumulation. You guys are going to be seeing much more of a wintry mix to rain. It's a little bit warmer there. So it's just something to compare for you guys here. We're going to take a look at something just to show you guys two different models side by side. I know I showed you guys the moving pictures of these two models, but here's what it's looking like for snow accumulation over the next 2 days. This is through Tuesday morning. Again, Tuesday morning is that first alert weather day, so this is from today through Tuesday, how much snow we could be expecting here. Again, most of this is going to be blue colors, but you can see the slight purple there where we have that winter weather advisory for us. That's up to 3 inches expected on this one, and then you can see about 1 to 2 inches for the rest of the tri-state. That's on one model. On another model, this is showing a lot more snowfall. So it just depends on where the center of that low pressure system is going to be as it moves forward here. We're watching it very closely. It could be the difference between seeing 1 to 2 inches and seeing 4 inches of snow. So again, something we're watching very closely, especially as we move into Tuesday here. That's one model comparison. I want to show you guys another that shows it maybe a little bit more simpler for everyone. Here's model 1. This is Saturday, 9 p.m. So today, 9 p.m. And again, I showed you guys these models a little bit earlier. You can see right here where the clear divide is between hitting 32 degrees and below and being above that down to the south. Down to the south, you can see 39 degrees, 36 degrees. All of that being rain, all of that being that wintry mix. And then up to the north, where those colder temperatures are, that's where we're seeing the majority of the snowfall push through. Here's that other model for you, Saturday, 9 p.m., the same time, different model, complete coverage of the snow, widespread across the tri-state. Most people seeing that 32 degrees or really flirting with it, really being right there, very close to it. Again, across the tri-state. So those are the two differences. So we're kind of trying to fiddle with which one of these will happen. And again, it all depends on where those temperatures fall. And because you can really see that here, the difference between, let's say, Owenton there, 39 Owenton seeing rainfall, but 36 you could be seeing that wintry mix or some snow. So as those temperatures drop, we can take a look at what the temperatures are right now. This will give us a better idea of what's going to happen moving forward here. This is just going to take a second to load. And again, we were just talking about Owenton being 39 degrees. That's what the temperature is at right now. So if it continues to drop like it should, you guys might be seeing a little bit more snowfall down to the south there than the other models were depicting more rainfall. So this is what we're looking like. A lot of people starting to dip into those low 30s, mid 30s there in Cincinnati. Again, they're starting to make its way into the area. We can look again at those where the snowfall is expected to be right now. And again, I talked about a little bit of a dry layer that the snow could be passing through, which, you know, makes it a little bit harder for it to be getting to the ground, but it definitely could be seeing a few flakes over to the west there, especially if we zoom out and we switch over to the Indianapolis radar there. You can just see how much snow is on the way for our area. So if you're not seeing any of that snowfall right now, you can definitely see that some is on the way, and down to the south, really close to seeing some of that rainfall, that wintry mix. Again, down south there in Louisville, you can see 64 moving across. That's where that rainfall is. That's where those higher temperatures are expected to be. So this is what we're expecting over the next couple of hours. Again, we can go through our first alert weather day headlines for you, give you another timeline rundown, and then we'll log off here. Maybe I'll go live on my personal Facebook page so I can show you guys if it's snowing outside or not. This is showing that snow is starting to enter the tri-state there on that radar, so we'll go outside, we'll take a look at it for ourselves. I'll put a jacket on first. But again, right now, snow showers, especially if you're over to the west there, those start to pick up as we reach 8 p.m. to midnight. We saw how much snow was on the way for us over in Indianapolis there. And again, most of that snow is going to be north of the Ohio River, making travel more difficult. So if you're coming from Toledo, if you're coming from Indianapolis, definitely going to be driving with some slippery conditions, some snow on the roadways. So just be extra careful tonight. Moving into midnight to 8 a.m. Midnight's going to be when we hit that high temperature. So our high for the day, again, at midnight, this is when that transition from snow to rain happens across the tri-state. Snow will come to an end, travel will improve significantly moving forward. So that's really all I have for you guys. I'm going to show you guys the 7-day. I know we talked a lot about different models. Oh, let's talk one more thing. I'm sorry, I did forget about this. I meant to show you guys the futurecast of Tuesday. So this is what we are looking like moving into Sunday morning. Again, snow, wintry mix that'll start to push out there Sunday morning. And then as we move into Tuesday, you can see snow taking over the tri-state early in the morning there on Tuesday. And again, we'll have some snowfall totals for you a little bit closer, but that kind of pushes out by the afternoon. So especially during that morning commute, we want to be a little wary of the travel and just be careful moving forward on Tuesday. That is what I have for you guys. I'm going to show you guys the 7-day, 10-day now for us. For some reason, this still didn't want to update. It's okay. So basically what we got here is, again, that high temperature happening at the lowest point of the day when we should be hitting our low temperature. It's actually going to be our high temperature. So our high temperature is going to be a little bit lower than that. Then as we move forward here, Monday, 35. Then we get snow and rain likely there on Tuesday. Then as we move forward here into the middle portion of the week, we're just having that mix of cold weather, maybe some sunshine out there by the time we reach Wednesday, spotty showers there on Saturday, and then we might have another chance of snow moving into next weekend as well. So that's all I have for you guys. I hope everyone has a great rest of your Saturday. I hope I answered all your questions. And I will go live on my page if it's snowing so we can look at it a little bit. But that's all I have for you guys. I hope everyone has a great rest of your Saturday and weekend. And we'll be on at 11:30 tonight. So I'll see you guys then.